Always giving a shit what the other has to say. It's been fucking fun. All of us knowing one another so many times, so many lifetimes. Have fun with whatever word you want. Genies, magicians, whatever you want. Gods. Stay away from the words that scare you. Just say, what if? What if this is just true? Just believe it for 15 minutes. That everything you're saying to yourself is true. You've never done anything wrong. You're safe. There is no danger. Just in the shortest amount of time, if you could really go there and just say, this is true. For 15 minutes, I'm going to say, without arguing internally, that I am safe. I'm not in danger. All my supplies will be given to me. I have no worry in the world. And if you can't do it for 15 minutes, then just try it on and just pretend for 15 seconds. You've never done anything wrong. Ever. Nowhere. There is really, really, really no bad guys. You are safe. Nothing can harm you. Play the game for the shortest amount of time that you feel that you could wrap your head around this. I'm going to pretend, okay, this long, that this is absolutely true and not fight with any. All the voices will want to fight at their, but just say, shh, everybody, let's just do a test. Tell everybody, like, let's do a test. Come on, everybody, let's just not argue with me. You know, and just say, all agree together that for 15 seconds we're all going to pretend the same thing. That fears doesn't need to be fearful right now. You know, inadequacy doesn't need to be feeling inadequate. Liar doesn't need to feel like, I did lie. You know, truth. Everybody's just quiet. And they've got to know that they're not disappearing. Kind of all like think they could disappear if they pretend that they're not true. Do you understand what I'm saying? Inside this room, you're asking fear itself, your fear, to pretend for 15 seconds that it's not itself. Then what would it be if it knew more than its fear? Like they all kind of want to hold on to whatever the feeling that they are. And this seems dangerous to all your personalities because they were formed in fear, formed in inadequacy, formed to keep yourself safe. So to be opposite of why they were formed. But you also, this is what you kind of get to forgive everybody right now, is that, listen, we're all in this together. We're not going to not exist or be. This is supposed to be good for us. Let's just do it for 15 seconds. I want to trust this new thinking. And that's what you kind of do, is have an internal dialogue like that. Because they all will say, oh, whatever, I still feel unsafe, what about the bills, but just pretend that all these voices, just because we're pretending, doesn't mean they don't exist. And this is the thing that everybody's going to have to come to terms with inside their psyches. We believe whatever we see and hear and feel with our eyes and with our ears is truth. But really, it was one of these voices in the room that got more power over whatever. And that's how you decided to believe it. And letting things go seems like we're fearful of, like, dying or something. But that part, like fear, you could say, fear, you're pretending too, because we're still here. We're all going to be here. Let's hold hands, everyone, and just pretend we're safe and tell each person alone in that room that they're safe. And because we're all going to feel what this is like together. To feel true love and love the self and forgive the self. Everybody forgive each other, you know. Doesn't mean that you won't exist. So if you could just pretend, all together, everyone. Because you're going to hear all those voices arguing with this. It's like a repeated. It needs to be repeated quite often. I see. But you are in this hyper-learning curve. Skipping, jumping ahead, you are. Because you are all ascended masters, the ones that are awakening first. Second, third. Think about how much you've learned in the last 4 years. You don't stay in the same lesson for years. There are millions of beings that look like humans, that humans look like them. Trust that once you are awakened, pretend there is nothing to fear. Try on the idea of that you have never, ever been a mistake, guilty. Pretend there is no right and wrong. Sit there for a second. Try it on again and again. You must have everyone in the room incorporated with the man in the middle of the room. This is the awakening. You are love. You have been created by the vibration of love. Through love, you will find yourselves. through self-love will you become mankind. Making peace with your evil. Making peace with your own denial. Pretend longer that you are safe in this world. There is nothing to fear. You are creators. Think about the idea that you are cut from a cloth from the Creator. If you were to hold these two pieces of cloth together, you would not argue that they are the same power, the same thread, the same woven together. Do whatever it takes. Imagine wherever and how you would like. Try on some new concepts. All those in the room will need to go through their feelings until all of you become the government united. This is truly what you want. You want a government united in the mind. You want a government united as a consciousness. You want to know the self. The net that we speak of. Are the figures in the room not understanding one another's importance or love. We'll stop, then continue again.